A very good morning to my honorable lecturer. My name is Mohanamba Anapompa Samina. Today I will be led to presenting about my final year project, which is the Analyzing Photovoltaic Carport Canopies Power Generation by using Artificial Neural Network. Okay, I am so grateful for the being for this. This is simply one of the most important scenes of my career. I won two this competition, which is rice competition and RIPC. For the rice, I won gold award category for the fundamental, and for the RIPC, I won the bronze award. And also for this project, I have a lot of effort, and the project is complete. Carport are freestanding building having a roof and solar canopy is a popular benefit of the parking and invest the solar power. And also, photovoltaic provide 100% clean and renewable energy. And then, carport are truly natural place for the photovoltaic cell where they can be installed as solar carport and then generate the free electricity and additional profit with the solar carport. Besides that, the system is a MATLAB application which consists of the several further from the estimation of the PV panel, carport canopy sizing, and PV panel emission of PV power generation output for the daily, monthly, and annually by using GUI and ANN software. This is the problem statement of my project. Firstly, there are many factors that affect the power output of carport canopy such as weather and shading. These three things is a very important role to the prediction of the solar power generation. If effect of these three things means the solar panel output will be not produced according to the rating. Shading of the building and shadow cast by the moving clouds around will be affected the carport canopy's power generation. And also PV panel will be only the power according to its rating under the STTC. And then STTC requires of watts per meter square and temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Hence, the PV will be not produce the solar power generation according to the weather, sun hours, temperature, average Malaysia which is the 30 degrees Celsius. And the data collection also problem to be discussed. And lastly, a solar panel as a solar farm taken up a lot of space and that there is no agriculture works can be done. This is the three main objects for completing my project. Firstly, to design the PV carport canopy for block 2A FKE parking area. Second, to analyze the power output from the PV carport canopy in QA parking area. Lastly, to develop GUI and ANN that can be used for the analyzing PV carport canopy. The flowchart shows the information that related to this project. The data collection is made which is the sun hours, temperature, solar panel sizing of FKE block QA carport canopy sizing and calculation of the general output. After that, the GUI system design using MATLAB App Designer. After GUI results are compared and accurate with the data calculation. And also, ANN model is a design and developed with collection of data and calculation on January 2020. ANN implements GUI system involving the output. These two systems are able to produce the prediction of carport canopies power generation. The result and findings are analyzed and proceed with the slide. Okay, this is the methodological source, which is the obtained from the Red Screen and AccuWeather website. The AccuWeather website is the data of the solar power generation. Temperature values are taken for the January to December. And then the Red Screen software is to provide the data of the daily sun hours. Okay, solar power generation's calculation of the PV panels. Use the regression equation to determine the moderate temperature rise above the ambient. The 20 degrees Celsius determine the moderate temperature working condition, measuring and modeling of the NOCT. There are various ways to get the PV cell temperature which is from the equation. Equation is a homework. Second one is the NOCT calculation. Third one is the rule of the thumb. The third method is the rule of thumb is a reasonable and effective compared to the because PV output is very higher than the rating means it should be less. If higher means the PV panel does not operate. Okay, this is my design GUI layout app and design view. In GUI, MATLAB app designer was chosen because of a very user-friendly. Steps are shown advice on how to obtain the power generation, and it also is an explanation needed for the user to read and gain knowledge on this application. All the real input output result are calculated and shown in the GUI. Okay, this is the prediction of the ANN. ANN is used to predict the value of the PV array power generation output. This picture is to show the ANN train through, which is the configuration ANN. The second picture are training performance, which is the line. First line are train, second line are test, third line is the best. And this picture are showing the training speed, which is the current progress stage of the training time. And here are error histogram, which are the represented error that approach to mean square error. And the last picture are training regression, used in this application to train the regression in order to predict the data. This is the finding of my project. Solar energy are friendly. Solar energy is the most environmentally friendly energy, and the second one is a predicting solar power panel output, which is the prediction of the solar power generation is involvement of the parameters such as the sun numbers, the temperature. These three things are very important role for the produce the output. Prediction, third point is the prediction of solar power radiation by using ANN. ANN is emitted in the GUI system and involving in this output and produce the Carport power generation. Okay, this is the contribution to the society. Firstly, is the electricity saving bill. This is a pretty amazing, and we generate a lot of more, and then we can consume, and we can trade the bill from the utility. The second point is Carport solar does not release any CO2, and the no harmful emission to the release into the air when the electricity is produced by the solar panel. The third one is the power of the sunlight, and then limitless of the solar energy. Lastly, reduce the carbon footprint. Solar energy is a cleaner source of energy and effective and more efficient and then sustainable. And lastly, the GUI and ANN have been successfully designed and developed in the application, and this application is able to calculate all the needs for the production of solar power generation.
Okay, this is the project demo. Let's start. Okay, this is the PV panel and sizing, and this is the total PV panel Carport Canopies at block QA FKE UTHM. There are 11 rows. The total area is 1332, and this is the power prediction of Carport PV power generation by on-day calculation. This is the datasheet of the PV panel and system info. If user change the value from the 31 to 30, and then click the climate info, and it will be generate the output value, and then user also can reset the value to 0. Okay, this is the prediction for the 1 month. User may key in the input and output add into the table. There are output values are January to December. User can add to table, then can see the October power generation, and also this info button mainly for the user read the explanation and equation for the regarding to this project. Okay, this is the prediction for the 1 year total output for the every month. User can click the read annual data, then it will be read the table January to the December total output of the every month. And also user can delete the unwanted row. For example, okay, this is the data from the annually. User can check back the data according to the month. Okay, this is the ANN for the annual data. For user info, the read the annual data is annual data is collected from this research can be read ANN purpose for the 316 days data. If user click the read annual data, this is the input for the ANN, and this is a target value for the ANN. And also by clicking the start ANN button, read all the annual data, the main input and target, and ANN output and error will be displayed. This ANN is used to predict the output of the PV array power generation on the output. Okay, this is the ANN prediction output, and this is the main input and target ANN output, and this is the error that appear. And also if user click the user info button mainly for the user read the explanation for this regarding this project.